morning, friends, and welcome to another week of Bible stories on here. I'm so excited that you guys decided to join me this week, and I hope you had an awesome week with school, your friends, your family, whatever you did. I hope it was so great. So, this whole month, we have been studying about responsibility, and responsibility is showing that you can be trusted with what is expected of you. If you want to have fun playing a game, you need to be responsible and play by the rules. And it's just like that in real life, too. We can follow some important rules in life that will help us play well and finish strong. So today's Bible story is coming from the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verses 14 to 30. Now, I'm not going to read the Bible word for word exactly what it says for the story. I'm going to use and put the story in my own words, but I do encourage you guys to go back this week with your parents, your friends, whoever, your family, and read the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verses 14 to 30, about the parable that we're going to learn about today. When Jesus was here on earth, everyone wanted to hear what he had to say. And Jesus had a really cool way of explaining things to the people who followed him. He would often tell them a story. In his stories, Jesus would describe everyday situations to help people understand God's truth for themselves. One day in Jerusalem, Jesus told a story to his followers. Once there was a boss going on a journey, and he called 3 of his servants and gave some of his money to each of them. And he wanted them to take care of it while he was gone. He gave 5 bags of gold to his first servant. To his next servant, he gave two bags of gold. And lastly, he gave 1 bag of gold to his third servant. While his boss was away, it was time for the servants to get to work. The boss expected them to use his money well and make more money while he was away. So eventually, the boss returned and checked in with his servants. He was thrilled to hear that his first servant had doubled the bags of gold that he had given him. The boss said, "Well done, you good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things, and I will put you in charge of many things." The boss was very pleased to see that the second servant had also doubled the bags of gold that he had been given. And the boss said, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things." But then the boss came to the last servant, and he was very disappointed to see that the servant hadn't done anything with what he had been given. He told the servant that he should have put the money in a bank so that it could have earned a little bit. Instead of he buried it in the ground. And the boss gave the last servant's bag of gold to the first servant, the one who already had 10. Jesus' story had a very clear message. Those who are responsible with what they're given will be given more, but those who waste it will end up with nothing. In this story that Jesus told, he used an example of money. And we definitely need to be responsible with our money and our possessions, right? But this life rule is about more than just those things. We should make the most of our gifts and talents that God has given us. We should make the most of our knowledge and by the things that we've experienced in our lives. And we should make the most of the love God has given us by sharing it with with his love with others. It all comes down to this. Make the most of what you've been given. Let's go ahead and close in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you so much for giving us these many talents that we have, and all of our blessings, God. And please help us be smart with our talents and our blessings, Lord, and let us use them wisely and be able to further your kingdom with them, Lord. Thank you so much for loving us and for always being there for us. Lord, please put your hand of protection over these families, those who are watching, Lord, and those who are not. Just bless them throughout this week, God, and hold them close and protect them. Thank you for everything that you do, Lord. In God's name we pray. Amen. Thank you guys so much for watching another Bible Stories on here, and I hope to see you guys at Kids Workshop today. Bye.